It's time for spelling analysis. Are you ready? The first word is stage. He got up on the stage and recited a poem. Go ahead and say stage. Let's sound it out. S-t-a-j. Use a g-j. Silent final E. Go ahead and write stage. Sound it out so that I can hear you. Good, and help me to write it. S-t-a-j, silent final E. How many reasons are there for a silent final E in the word stage? Yes, there are two. And what are they? The vowel says it's long sound because of the E, and the G softens to J because of the E. What would this say without an E? Stag. But with it, it says stage. Let's read it. S-t-a-j, stage. The next word is costume. He wore his costume on the stage. Go ahead and say costume. How many syllables? Two. We will say to spell costume. What will we say to spell? Costume. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is cos. K. Use a k. S. A. S. Use a s. Z. The second syllable is tume. T. U. M. Silent final E. Go ahead and write costume. Sound it out as you write it. And help me to write it. The first syllable is cos. K. A. S. The second syllable is tume. T. U. M. Silent final E. Why do we have a silent final E in costume? You're right. The vowel says it's long sound because of the E. Now let's read it. K-a-s-t-u-m. Costume. Now, if you say this very carefully, costume, and you say it carefully but faster and faster, costume, costume, do you hear it? The tume turns into a ch. Costume instead of costume. What is that called when two sounds like t, u, which are forward and back, become more like each other in where you say them in your mouth and turn into ch? That's right, it's called assimilation. So costume becomes costume. All right, the next word is answer. Do you know the answer? Go ahead and say answer. How many syllables? Two. Now, we will say to spell an, swir. What will we say to spell? An, swir. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is an, n. The second syllable is swir, s. Use a s, z, w, Use the of her. Go ahead and write an, swir. Sound it out as you write it. And help me to write it. The first syllable is an, n. The second syllable is swir, s, w, And how will we mark it? We'll underline the Now, do we say answer? No, we say answer. In fact, this is a silent letter. We don't know why it's there. It's kind of an exception to the phonograms and rules. Let's read it. Answer. Or we'll answer. There aren't very many exceptions in our words, are there? But this is one of them. Let's do the next word. The next word is presenting. She will be presenting a new idea. Presenting. Go ahead and say presenting. How many syllables in presenting? Three. We will say to spell pre-zen-ting. What will we say to spell? Pre-zen-ting. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is pre, p-er-e. The second syllable is zen, z. Use a z, e-n. The third syllable is ting, t-e-ng. Go ahead and write pre-zen-ting. Sounding it out. That is the key to writing these multi-syllable words. Pre-zen-ting. zen, ting. Help me to write it. The first syllable is pre, e. The second syllable is zen, z, n. The third syllable is ting, t, n. And how will we mark it? We'll put a line over the e. Why did the e say its long sound? A, E, O, U usually say their long sounds at the end of the syllable. And we'll underline the n. Let's read it. E, Z, N. Oh, we forgot to mark something. What sound of Z do you hear? The second. All right, let's read it again. E, Z, N, T, N. Presenting. What word do you see if we take this off? Present. And with this, presenting. The next word is piano. Do you know how to play the piano? Go ahead and say piano. How many syllables in piano? 3. We will say to spell P and O. What will we say to spell? P and O. The first syllable is P, E. Use an I, E, Y. The second syllable is an, A, N. The third syllable is O, O. Go ahead and write P and O. And once again, use an I, E, Y to spell E. Good. I like how you're sounding it out. Help me to write it. The first syllable is P, E. The second syllable is an, A, N. The third syllable is O. Now, what sound of I, E, yeah, did you hear in piano? The third, it's saying its E sound. And it may say its E sound. Any place it could say its other long sound, I. Here it's saying it at the end of a syllable. I will put a line over the O. Let's read it. E-A-N-O. Piano. Excellent. The next word is strange. I had a really strange thought. Strange. Go ahead and say strange. Let's sound it out. S-T-R-A-N-J. This is a g, j. Silent final E. Go ahead and write strange. Very important you sound it out so you get all of the phonograms. Strange. Good. And help me to write it. S-T-R-A-N-J. Silent final E. All right, why do we have a silent final E in strange? There are 2 reasons. You're right, the vowel says its long sound because of the E, and the G softens to J because of the E. Without it, it's a strang. But with it, it says strange. Let's read it. S-T-R-A-N-J. Strange. The next word is dance. She loves to dance. Go ahead and say dance. Let's sound it out. D-A-N-S. Use a k, s. Silent final E. Go ahead and write dance. Good. And now write it with me. D-A-N-S. Silent final E. How do we mark it? Why do we have a silent final E in dance? The C softens to S because of the E. What would it say without it? Dank. Let's read it. D-A-N-S. Dance. The last word is adventure. Adventure. Do you want to go on an adventure? How many syllables in adventure? Go actually say adventure first. How many syllables? 3. Now, do you hear the chur? That is an assimilated sound again. So listen carefully. We will say to spell add, then, tour. What will we say to spell? Add, then, tour. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is add. Add. The second syllable is then. V, e, n. The third syllable is tour. T, u, silent final E. Go ahead and write add, then, tour. Sound it out. Add, then, adventurer. And help me to write it. The first syllable is ad. Ad. The second syllable is ven. V-e-n. The third syllable is tour. T-u-r. Silent final E. Why do we have a silent final E in adventure? The U says it's long sound because of the E. Now, let's read it. A-d-v-e-n-t-u-r. Adventure. Now, notice it's very hard to say adventure. If you try to say it faster, adventure, adventure, this turns into a ch sound. So it's assimilated. Let's read it again. A-d-v-e-n-t-u-r. Adventure. Great work today.
Combining the science of reading with the joy of learning. Learn more at foundations.logicoфenglish.com.